So I don't wear makeup, but I went to Sephora and I bought some makeup, and my girlfriend here, who is gorgeous and I love her, she is going to teach me how to put it on my face. We're a little drunk.
Stop already. Stop. Tickles. Well, bring it. You don't have to continue to do it on your eyelid. Okay. Don't fuck up.
Oh, she gets me. Psychology tricks that I know work because I use them.
You got like
This is season 2, part 2 of what your birth month actually says about you as a person according to science. May babies. I gave you a really bad trait in the first season, so this time I was like, okay, I'm gonna give them a good one. But I could really only find that you guys are gonna start puberty earlier, which means you'll end it earlier, so June babies are predisposed to moodiness, which means that their mood swings are intense. And I can actually speak to this one because my sister, the only one born in June, I love you, but you can be really mean when you want to be. Kids born in July, for whatever reason, are the least likely to develop psychotic disorders like schizophrenia. Due to the amount of sunlight and vitamin D that August babies' moms got over the summer, they are more likely to be bigger, taller, and stronger than the rest of us. Spooky facts. I can do better. Spooky facts. I did this last year. That's the spirit. If you decide to donate your body to science, they could use you as a real-life crash test dummy. They could also sever off your head to be practiced for plastic surgeons, or they could leave your body in a field to study how it decomposes in different conditions. Most people smell different when they're asleep. When you die, your hearing is actually the last thing to go. So the last thing you'll probably ever experience is like the paramedics calling off CPR or your family saying like, finally! Happy Halloween, you guys, but this is a friendly reminder that we are still in the middle of a fucking pandemic. So don't be stupid, don't go out in large groups, and wear a fucking mask. Things that are way older than you probably expected. The rings around Saturn are estimated to be between 10 and 100 million years old. But sharks are about 450 million years old. That means that sharks as a species is older than shit in space. Space! The electric car was invented in 1884, a year before the gas car. But in the 1920s, we started building better roads, so people started driving further than the electric car could, and we discovered a bunch of big oil reserves, so gas cars just took over. Oreos were invented in 1912. Not too crazy to think about on its own, but sliced bread was invented in 1928, and chocolate chip cookies didn't come out till the 1930s. Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. Your immune system doesn't actually know that your eyes exist, so this means that if you ever get an eye injury or an infection near your eyes, there's a chance that your immune system's gonna treat it like a foreign body and you could go blind. Some people, if they put something in one or both of their ears, will cough. It's called the Arnold cough reflex, and it only affects a very small percentage of people. It's time to stop. Just kidding. Did you know that you have enough potassium in your body to create a small bomb? Cartoon Network had better shows than Nickelodeon and Disney combined. Shorts should be half the price of pants. It's literally the devil's work making me pay full price for half the material. Sprinkles are pointless. They add no flavor to anything, and it's like chewing on tiny chalk. Turkey should not be the food for Thanksgiving. Ham is superior in every way. Guys and girls can be friends without any sort of sexual shit going on, and if you think otherwise, you're fucking weird. Guys, I got a box. A gay TikTok box. It's full of paper. Wait, no, just kidding. There's stuff under the paper. This is seriously the coolest thing ever. Like, oh my god, dude. Does it look like I'm celebrating Pride yet? Because I now feel and smell pretty gay. Not so fun facts to completely ruin your day. Koala bears are probably gonna go extinct soon, considering that 90% of them have chlamydia, and they have chlamydia because they eat each other's shit. The average adult has about 10 pounds of organisms living in and on you that are considered not you. There is no guarantee that the universe just won't end in 5 seconds. I guess we're safe. For now. If bees were paid fairly for their work, a single jar of honey would cost over $200,000. Scorpions can hold their breath up to 6 days, so don't think that drowning the motherfucker is gonna solve your problem. A fully grown moose can run 40 miles an hour in 6 feet deep snow. I'm 6'2", that's terrifying. Sometimes in movies, when dogs have to look very mean and threatening, they actually have to redo their tails with CGI because they won't stop wagging because they're doing such a good job acting. When bees run into each other, they actually make like a little whoop sound. Fish are actually able to recognize their owners. There's this weird misconception with people that they think that fish can't see out of the glass of their aquarium, but they actually have surprisingly good eyesight. Did you know that your birth month can actually have an effect on which career path you choose? January babies have this mindset that they're natural born leaders, so they tend to do well in jobs where they're in charge or have high prestige, the most popular of which are general practitioners and debt collectors. People born in February are creative and unconventional, which means that they have a hard time with that 9-to-5 job, which is why a surprisingly high amount of you guys become artists. But if you're born in February and you're not that artistic, you could become a traffic cop. There's a lot of you guys. It's a little weird. March babies do best when they have a career that can entertain people. This is why a lot of you guys become musicians. But you also have the highest number of airplane pilots. Maybe it's the intercom and the cheesy jokes before the flight. Where are my April babies at? I fucking love you guys. We are the most ambitious and career driven. We're the actual natural born leaders. Even though we have the most alcoholics, we have the most politicians, and we tend to do well in whatever the fuck we choose. I ran out of time, so like and follow for a part 2. Did you know that there are 4 different types of parenting styles, and whichever one or combination of some your parents use to raise you can heavily influence the type of person you are? Authoritative is considered to be the only good style of parenting. It's the demanding but also sensitive and understanding type of parent. They're the type to be like, you know what? Let's talk about it. Authoritarian is that old school, I'm the parent, you're the child mentality. It's another high demanding style, but it's stern and focuses on punishment. They're the type to say shit like, why? Because I said so. Permissive is the parent that puts you in charge of your own life. And as a kid, that sounds pretty good, but in most cases, it's not a good thing. They're nurturing and affectionate, but they have very few rules and boundaries. And they're the type of parent that wants to be your friend more than a parent. And then there's the worst out of all of them, the uninvolved parent. This person's emotionally detached from their kid, very self-absorbed, and they're kind of just like, okay, you're on your own. So now you probably know what kind of parent your parent is, and you're wondering, okay, how has that affected me? But I'm out of time, so part 2. So there's actually some scientific backing that says that the month you're born in actually has a huge effect on who you become as a person, and this is season 2, part 3 of what that means. So for some reason, studies have shown that people born in September actually take longer to reach sexual climax compared to everybody else. October babies, you guys were born in like the spooky month, okay? You got vampires, witches, skeletons. Speaking of which, you guys are more likely to develop osteoporosis. November children, how does it feel knowing that Valentine's Day was probably the day that your parents spent some time making you? Haha, that's probably why y'all become serial killers, huh? December, where's all my left-handed dentists at? Yeah, you guys bruise easier. You might want to get that checked out by a doctor or something. So I always wear my hair like this, and everybody always complains like, oh my god, Jayus, why do you wear your hair like that? It's always on one side. And you know what? I hear you. I listen. So I got my girlfriend here to help me try some different hairstyles, and you guys are gonna tell me which ones you guys like. Pigtails are just gonna be a hard no for me. I look like Princess Leia. Got a high ponytail. We got some braids now. Kind of shows off my undercut pretty well. Got the very highly requested middle part. I don't wear hats, but like, I could wear hats. The slick back matrix look is also another hard no for me. Oh my god, straight Jayus is back now. Let me know what you like. So I'm moving to LA next week and I need to downsize, so I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. And I found my old Xbox 360, my PS4, and like all my games. And since I don't really play with consoles anymore because I have a gaming PC, I'm gonna give them to my little siblings, and I know for a fact they're gonna lose their shit. Guess what these are?
Your PS4.
It's your PS4. And my Xbox 360. These are all the games.
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto? That's a what?
Mom said that.
I gave them a bunch of other stuff that they're going through. And now we are playing Grand Theft Auto. There's a lot of misinformation literally everywhere, so I'm here to clear some things up for you guys. All that extra air in your chip bag isn't just chip companies saying fuck you. The air protects the chips from breaking, and a lot of it's nitrogen to keep it from going stale. Dinosaurs aren't extinct. There is zero genetic reason not to classify birds as dinosaurs, because that's what they are. Birds are dinosaurs. You know, man, we only use like 10% of our brains, and you know Einstein, man, he probably used like 12%. Shut the fuck up. That is so wrong. We use all of our brain. We just use different parts at different times. And it's actually pretty common to use 100% of your brain at the same time. It's called having a fucking seizure. Not so fun facts to ruin your day. Let's just say, for whatever reason, that you're murdered. There's only about a 40% chance that the person who killed you will be found and punished. Toddlers kill more people with guns in America than terrorists kill people in America. We need to ban toddlers. Or, practice better gun safety. It was found in ancient Egypt that female mummies were a lot more decomposed than male mummies, and this is because when a female died, their family kept them at home a lot longer than males to try and avoid necrophilia. Gross. Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. If for some reason you were to fart consistently for 6 years and 9 months, there would be enough energy built up to create an atomic bomb. If you're ever looking for your car in like a really big parking lot, you can actually take your keys and press the button under your head and it'll increase the radio signal's range because your brain acts as a radio transmitter. The average person has 5.5 quarts of blood in their body and 90% of your blood is water, meaning it would only take 2.5 flavor packets to turn all of your blood into Kool-Aid. Guys, I got a box! A Chipotle box! Ah! Let's go get a burrito. Oh my god! I'm so fucking excited! It tastes so much better when it's free! If you earned $100,000 a day since the day Christ was born till now, you still wouldn't be as rich as Jeff Bezos. We actually know how to make car doors silent when you shut them, but it freaks people out and makes them think it's still open, which means that every car door sound was engineered to sound that way. Nike's famous slogan, "Just Do It," was actually inspired by the last words of a murderer on death row. If you were able to travel back in time and kill baby Hitler, you wouldn't be seen as a hero or get any credit. You would just be that guy that killed a baby. If you think of sugar like you do cocaine, you would know that 46 grams of sugar is way too much to put inside a can of Mountain Dew. Generation Alpha, who's growing up on iPads and tablets, are gonna have the same exact internet addiction that we do, but without all the computer skills. The reason some cats don't like dogs is because dogs are really unpredictable and they move too abruptly, and it actually breaks the cat's inner algorithm. Cats like being in boxes because it makes them feel safe. They're covered on all sides and they think that you can't see them, but they can see you. Cats don't think of the person who feeds them as their master. They're just the feeder. If you want your cat to think of you as a master, you actually have to train it. And cats can be trained, but the problem is that humans can be trained even better and the cat usually wins. Did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on who you are as a person and the things that could possibly happen to you? Like, a ton of research has gone into this. People born in January. Hi, you are statistically more likely to have Alzheimer's, Crohn's disease, and epilepsy. We're taking a huge turn with this one, but people born in February, you are more likely to become an artist. People born in March are way more likely to have asthma, and I can actually speak to this one because my little sister, the only one born in March, has asthma. Where are my fellow April babies at? Okay, we are way more likely to become alcoholics than everybody else. Whenever your dog looks deeply into your eyes right before they poop, it means that they feel vulnerable and they trust you to keep an eye out for them. Dogs will actually sneeze when play fighting to show that they're playing around and they don't actually want to hurt you. Whenever your dog leans on you and puts their whole weight onto you, that's actually their way of telling you that they love you. Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. Your penis has rifling. That's why the stream twists. Girls who are born at altitude reach puberty a lot faster than girls born at sea level. In some cases of brain surgery, they peel your face forward like a banana peel. Psychology tricks to fuck with someone's mind that I may or may not use. You'll never know. Take your parents' phone, change your contact name to God, add a profile picture for some shits and giggles, and then call them at 3:33 in the morning. See what happens. Mail somebody an empty envelope every day for as long as you possibly can. It's going to drive them insane. And then just one day, stop. For the rest of their lives, they're just gonna wonder what the fuck was going on. Next time someone calls the wrong number and asks for somebody that's not there, turn the tables around on them and ask them for somebody that's not there. They're like, hello, is Linda there? You gotta be like, no, is Jerry there? They're gonna be like, no. The flies could take over whenever the fuck they want and we couldn't do a goddamn thing about it. For every person on Earth, there are 17 million flies. How the fuck are we still alive right now? The last day that all humans were living together on Earth was November 2nd, 2000. Since then, we've always had somebody living in the International Space Station. Cows actually moo in different accents depending on their region. Italian cows be like, moo, and French cows be like, moo, and American cows be like, hey man, can I get like one Big Mac meal? That'd be awesome. Moo. So if your dog's ever barking and you want them to stop, don't just yell at them and say no, because they're actually gonna think that you're barking with them. Instead, try to do one big loud clap. Whenever your dog puts their paw on you, that's actually their way of petting you. So I've talked about how dogs can't feel guilt, but they can actually experience jealousy. And it happens whenever like you're rewarding or like giving a lot of attention to another dog and not like giving it to them. So if you don't already know, I actually have a YouTube channel. My newest video is Time Travel Real? I'm gonna post again soon. If you wanna check it out, it's linked in my bio.
I love you the most.
Good morning, Dad.
Oh, I'm choking. More hug? Okay. Your food might get cold. I love you a lot. I'm gonna go put this orange juice back, okay? My neck's hurting. My neck's cramping up. Babe, claustrophobia.
Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. If you were gonna very carefully cut off all of your skin, you could survive about 3 days after. If you ever have a dream that's in black and white rather than color, it means that that dream's gonna be stored in your long-term memory rather than the short-term. While it can be kind of hard to tell, most people can actually hear the difference between hot and cold water being poured.